This is a CBS News Detroit update.
Good morning, I'm Sandra Ali. Here's a look at your top headlines on this Thursday morning. Detroit police are looking for the man who dragged an officer while getting away from a traffic stop. It happened Wednesday night on Dupre Street. That officer fired a shot as the man drove away. Police don't think he was hit, and the officer wasn't seriously hurt. 3 men now charged in connection with the murder of a Pontiac businessman, but police say the investigation is far from over. 66-year-old Sam Simcoe, he was killed execution-style Monday night inside his marijuana grow business. Investigators believe the 3 men set up a bogus business meeting as part of an alleged plot to rob Simcoe and the business. The 3 men were arrested in Cincinnati. They'll be brought back to Michigan to face charges. Police say there could be other arrests in the case. The search for Ashley Elkins' remains will resume later today at the Pine Tree Acres landfill in Lenox Township. This will be day 4 of the search for the missing mother of 2. The 30-year-old was last seen back on January 2nd. Police say evidence near her ex-boyfriend's apartment complex in Roseville, that's what led them to search the landfill. Investigators now examining some items that they found, but it's not clear if they're connected to the case. The man charged in the disappearance and death of 13-year-old Naziah Harris will be back in court today, now as the case moves closer to trial. 42-year-old Jarvis Butts, he's facing murder and sexual assault charges. Harris was last seen alive a year ago. Her body has never been found. President Joe Biden used his final address to the nation Wednesday night to warn against what he called a growing threat here in America.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms.
President Biden also celebrated the ceasefire and hostage deal between Israel and Hamas, saying the framework for the deal was developed and negotiated by his team. Now let's go ahead and check in with next weather meteorologist Troy Bridges for a look at that Thursday forecast. Snowy out there this morning, Troy.
Yeah, Sandra, we're going to be tracking a little bit more of the snow into the next couple of hours. 32 is going to be our afternoon high. So you notice we're just a little bit warmer. In fact, right on target for where we should be. We're an average high. Our average high is 32 degrees. Notice we will see the snow tapering off through the afternoon. Even after 1 p.m., most of it's over with. We could see 1 or 2 flurries later than that. But you see this on through the morning and then over with this afternoon with still clouds in place, but a few breaks in the clouds overnight. And then tomorrow we'll see a mix of sun and clouds, a flurry or 2 possible, but most of that snow over with until we get into Saturday. Now, Saturday in the early morning hours, we'll be tracking a wintry mix, snow and rain pushing through. There you go at 4 a.m. on Saturday. The good news is we push all of that out of here in time for tailgating and certainly in time for the game on Saturday. So that mix will not be an issue for the game. That's the good news. Then heading into the end of Saturday night, we start to see a little break in the clouds and then much colder air works in as we go into next week. So today only warming close to freezing in most areas. The next 7 days will show a high tomorrow of 34, then 35 on Saturday. But look at next week, Dr. King Day on Monday, only warming to a high of 9 degrees, then 6 degrees on Tuesday with those morning low temperatures down below 0, but feeling like close to 15 degrees below 0 for the start of next week, even into the middle of next week. So, Sandra, a lot of cold air in place next week after a little bit of snow for today and again for Saturday. Back to you.
Troy, thank you. That's a look at your headlines. We'll be back later today covering stories that matter to you on air and streaming on the CBS News app and Pluto TV.